Thank you, and let's bring in Charles Payne, host of Making Money on the Fox Business. Sorry, my mind was just so occupied with everything that's going on right now, and you look at the energy situation, and you and I have had a chance to take a deep dive into this, and then you wake up after that employment report here in the United States on jobs, and while it's good news, it was better than expected, that's great. Ron Klain, the chief of staff to President Biden, tweeted this: "The Biden economic plan is working." Capital letters, and it's getting people back to work. And I don't know how I can say how out of touch that is, considering the national average for gas prices. You can see the chart again. Yeah. Flock just showed it to us, going straight up, nearing $4 a gallon. You've got oil prices at $113 a barrel and rising. JP Morgan out with a new forecast, $185 oil could be coming. And you've got the average American family. Senator Mike Lee just put out this report from the JEC, the Joint Economic Committee, that the average American family in this country right now, due to inflation, is paying $385 more a month out of pocket to fund that inflation.
It's amazing. It really is. And it was a good number, but I got to be honest with you. The most important thing was wages. They were unchanged month over month, up 5% year over year.
So wages here and inflation goes like this?
We're going to find out next week when the CPI number comes in. Maybe over 8%.
Consumer prices.
Consumer price index, right, which is the inflation number. So this might actually be one of the worst months in the last year with respect to real spending, real wages.
You wouldn't know that because the jump in jobs is grabbing the headlines, and we're happy to see the jobs going up. But if wages are stagnant, and you've got inflation going up, all the wage increases that's getting eaten up by the high prices. That's the real story,
you know. I mean, unfortunately, the other part is on the media. I really, you know, the financial media in particular. You know, again, with 11 million jobs out there, I expect there to be 600,000 jobs created in a month. I would expect 1 million jobs to be created in a month. I'm glad 300,000 people came back to the workforce. We're still missing millions of people out of the workforce. So, you know, on one hand, yeah, okay, it's fine. We're not breaking out the pom-poms because in real life, Sandra, it's getting worse. It's getting worse for people, and I wouldn't put out those kind of tweets, you know, but that's all they do. All they do is brag about stuff at the most inappropriate time, by the way.
Yeah, the energy policy is not working. It's obviously at the center of this war that is happening right now, Charles, and we have been reporting that while the United States, and we'll see what the White House has to say a short time from now, while the United States has not, quote unquote, banned Russian oil, the American oil companies, and this is remarkable, are self-sanctioning. They're saying we don't want it. Right. And I've got a guy coming up, Tim Dollinger. I can't wait to talk to him. We're going to have him on the program next hour. He is knee-deep in the oil market. He's a pipeline engineer here in Wyoming, and he says he doesn't know the motivation. He doesn't know if that's because those American companies don't like, you know, the morality of receiving that Russian oil, or it's just not beneficial to them at this point to take on the risk of bringing it over on the tanks. But they're saying no to it before the ban actually happens.
Well, then even more impressive or intriguing, if you will, than that is in Europe, the Russian oil, the Ural oil. On Wednesday, they had 9 tankers with at least 100,000 tons each, and they got 0 bids. Zero. They did get a bid, though. This is breaking news. And they got a bid today. Shell bought some Russian oil today, Shell Oil Company. $28 discount, the biggest discount in history. So, you know, if it gets low enough, some people will start to buy it, morals or no morals. But, you know, here's a big story, though, unfortunately for Europe. Natural gas, right? European natural gas is up 89% in the last week, 982% in the last year. In the UK, natural gas is up 100% this week, 991% in the last year.
But just to be clear, that BP purchase of Russian oil isn't necessarily going to be coming to the United States.
No, it's not. I'm
so
just
we
saying
can still report that 0 purchases
in this country.
Yes.
In this country, we've been pushing back. But even in Europe, they fought against it. But at $28 discount, they took some.
It is something. All right, Charles, we'll keep watching it. Thank you very much for joining us, John.